I did want to ask you if
more question for
if you
Bobby.
believed in ghosts.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, so I grew up in Poway.
Where's that?
It's in San Diego.
Okay.
And our house is on an Indian burial site.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
So, but it was only in my brother. Like, okay, so when you go into my house, you drive up the driveway, the garage, and then when you open up to get in the house, it's my room, my brother's room, that hallway, and then the rest of the house is cool. But it's only in that area where weird shit happened.
Really?
And here's how I know, because when my dad would come home from work, you could hear him park, and you can always hear him run past my brother and I rooms as fast as he can. Hi, 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 hi. You know what I mean? He would literally, hi, hi, right? Because he knew. Later in life, he goes, yeah, there was something dark and crazy, you know?
Really?
Yeah. The evil, he said. Evil there. I go, well, we didn't move, bitch. I mean, my brother and I had both possession stories.
Really?
Yeah, where my mom called a priest, not a priest, but like a reverend from the Korean church to come over and do, and my brother was like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not kidding you. Naked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the guy trying to draw, you know what I mean? Right? And the people are like crying. And my brother then asked my brother would tear out Bible verses. And it was like, the movie Seven, you know what I mean? When John Doe's like just creepy, you know what I mean? Pasted all over the wall, crosses, right? Me, I was on drugs, right? So I'm like, come get it, brah. You know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck. I wanted to die. Right? So, but one day, it was a Saturday, I couldn't move my body. Like I opened my eyes, I couldn't move my body.
Because you were possessed.
I don't know what was going on.
You weren't doing meth then?
No. I couldn't open I was going to try to smoke some weed when I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't move my body. And I was like, I can't move my body. And then I started having like weird thoughts. You know what I mean? Like what? Like violent thoughts.
Mm. About hurting yourself or hurting others?
Everybody.
Wow. White people a lot?
You. People like you. People like you.
I would get it.
Yeah. So then what I did was I mustered all my strength and I jumped in the swimming pool. We had a swimming pool.
Heated?
No, it was
Cold
cold.
water?
It was super cold.
Above ground or in ground?
Outside.
Above ground.
Above ground, yeah.
Okay.
And every time that would happen, I would just jump in the swimming pool. That was my thing. I didn't need a fucking exorcist or a reverend. Yeah.
But but why didn't your dad just like if my house was haunted, you would if this house was haunted, you'd sell it.
No.
Right?
It depends on
you would deal with it.
When people say their houses are haunted, like the Comedy Store's haunted, right?
What?
But Mitzi
I
would
didn't know that. You knew that?
Yeah, Ghost Adventures went there a few months ago.
Yeah, so Mitzi would only get, say Mitzi's office, she would get some exorcist from Europe to fly in once a year and only do her room because she thought that that's where the energy was. And apparently, if you look through the stained glass window through the door, if you look through it, you can see telephones and things levitating and stuff.
Wow.
But they boarded it up. So even I've been at the Comedy Store for almost 30 years, 25 years. I've never been in that room. I've never been, you know what I mean? Because they just boarded it up. You can't get there, right? So it's like, I've seen Gus there.
Who's Gus?
Come on, man.
Do you know?
Gus is one of the ghosts that haunts the store.
Oh, that haunts the comedy. Gus the Ghost.
Well,
That's a cute name.
He was a murdered. So in the 50s, the Comedy Store used to be a club called Ciro's. And it used to be the hottest club in Hollywood, but it was run by the mob. And during the days, people would get killed in where the main room is. You've been to the Comedy Store, right? So that used to be the showroom. And there's these, if you look up on the ceiling, there's these little openings up above where people would snipe, people.
Wow.
So I guess a guy named Gus died there, right? And so one time when Carl LeBeau and Sam Kinison moved to LA from Houston, they they snuck into the store to sleep because they were poor, right?
Right.
And they slept on the main room stage. And Carl LeBeau, he passed a couple of months ago. God bless him.
I know. All right.
And LeBeau tells a story where he wakes up and he sees Sam Kinison being levitated by his foot, and he's like 3 feet off the fucking.
But Kinnison's asleep still.
Yeah, right. But here's something that I witnessed. There's a comic by the name of Pete. That's his real name. I don't want to say his last name. And he was in the belly room. He performed. Have you been in the green room in the belly room?
Yes.
Okay. So from the showroom to the green room, there's a little hallway you walk through.
Yep.
Right? This dude's like my height, right? If you look at the ceiling, it's pretty high. It's probably this high, the way the ceiling is. Maybe a little shorter. And Pete has a good set in the belly room, walks down the hallway, and then his head hits the ceiling.
Whoa.
He gets thrown up in the ceiling. He breaks his fucking spine.
What?
Yeah. And he's now has to go through surgery for years. In fact, he sued the store and he got some sort of compensation. That's what I've never seen this guy before after this event.
Wow.
But apparently, you know what I mean? I was there downstairs, but apparently people that witnessed it, right, saw him just being thrown up there like Gus. It's Gus. In fact, me and Johnny Sanchez, who's a comedian, back in 2002, maybe 2001, we were in the parking lot of the store and we saw Gus for the first time. We both saw him. We were in the parking lot. We had dropped one of my cars off to go do a gig in Bakersfield. And when we drove back, it's 4 a.m. I'm getting my car. We're saying goodbye, whatever, right? And we both look at the window up above on the parking lot, and we see a white face, a top hat, 2 hands on the window looking down on us like this, right? And Johnny and I go, ah, like that, right? And we then we look at each other, we look up, and he's gone.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
That's the first time I saw Gus.
Oh my God.
So I don't. If you notice, I don't stay there past midnight.
You'll leave immediately.
Yeah.
Wow.
The activities after midnight.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go check
It's
it
crazy,
out.
man. Like even the ghosts are past at the Comedy Store. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not past.